the original novel, our two love interests, Alec and Angel, are set up as a contrast. Alec represents the sensuous corrupter using Tess for his own selfish desire, seeing her as only an object of his pleasure, whereas Angel, with his on-the-nose name, is a good Christian man, son of a vicar who adores Tess and she loves him. But he does turn away from her when he finds out about her past. He still holds truck with the standards of his society. He abandons her, just like Alec does. And in a way, I'd say Angel is perhaps even worse than Alec. Alec treats Tess appallingly, but Angel is a devout Christian who is shirking his religious duty to care for his wife. Really, he's not such a good forgiving man as he should be. Another important point is that Angel is treating Tess as an object just like Alec. In the book, he keeps referring to her as Artemis and other Greek goddesses. He doesn't really see Tess as a person, but as a pastoral fantasy. While at first the two men appear to be widely different, Hardy shows us that the sinner and the saint have more in common than not.
Whether it's a sleazy pickup artist or nice guy that can't catch a break, Baysby Cray.
So, combining the two characters is not too radical an idea, but I can't help myself from trying to pick out which role Jay is playing in each scene. Angel, Alec, Angel, Alec, Alec. Oh wait, is that Angel? I'm not sure. After a while it breaks down and the story veers off course of the novel, and you need to look at Jay as his own character. But combining the nice guy with a sleazy pickup artist all in one awful misogynist package creates a new narrative of abuse.
I, like far too many women, have direct experience of this kind of manipulation that Jay exhibits. It's not negging and it's not gaslighting. It's that way some people have of ingratiating themselves into your life in such a way that you can't actually accuse them of hitting on you because they're just being friendly. And then they start to do things for you for which you are grateful, and it seems rude not to give them something in return. And they keep pushing and pushing, and you've been taught that it's okay to say no, but not really how to say no, because you're a woman and you've also been socialised to be accommodating. And then they're telling you how much they like you, and surely you feel something for them, and fine, they're good looking enough, and they're nice to you, and isn't that what a relationship is, really? Someone being nice to you? And then you're having a nice time, and maybe this is love. But then they're starting to tell you who you should be friends with and discouraging you from going out to certain places or doing certain things. And then you fall out of love, if it ever was love in the first place. But they've bought you so many things and done you so many favours, and don't you owe it to them? And also, you have come to rely on them, and you can't even remember what it's like to be single and have to do everything for yourself. And it's scary, and they're going to shout at you, and they're going to call you a bitch, and... Well, that got personal.
Trishna is in a far worse situation than I ever was. There is a huge difference in power relations between these two, and she really is reliant on him for money to live and support her family, who want nothing to do with her, so she really doesn't have anyone else to turn to. The movie illustrates this abuse really well.
I find it incredibly difficult to tell if Trishna ever loves Jay. I think in Mumbai they're genuinely happy together, at least for a time, but it starts out as manipulation and heavily contestable consent at best. Does she fall in love with Jay when he whisks her away to Mumbai? Or is it just an escape from her judgmental home? I personally never get the impression that she really loves him. It seems more like she's convinced herself that she does, and that is something frighteningly familiar for me.
Even though this movie pushes the abuse to extremes, it does show how easy it can be to fall into that. The saviour becomes the prison warden, incremental control turning to malicious abuse until stabby time. For me, Trishna is a genuinely disturbing look at how abusive relationships develop. While the Indian setting pushes the power asymmetry and sexual shaming to extremes for a Western audience, I think the story is still universal. It's an interesting take on Tess of the D'Urbervilles, but also stands up as its own film.
Whew, well, that was tough. Next time I'll be looking at something a bit lighter-hearted, the story of a young girl from Riyadh who just wants to buy a green bicycle. Hey, just before you go, I just wanted to say that I have started a Patreon page. You can help support my work by giving me a little bit of money when I release a new video. I don't need anything fancy, couple of dollars/pounds would just be very helpful, because I have to spend a fair amount of money each time I make a video on buying all of the ingredients for baking. They don't come cheap. You can find me at patreon.com/feministbaking. It would be really great if you could help. See you next time. Toodaloo!